Hey everyone, Amy Bowser Tennant here, the Genealogy Reporter, and this is a quick tip video to show you how to find probate records, estate packets, wills, and so forth, guardianship records on FamilySearch.org for free. Here at FamilySearch.org, you're going to want to log in if you already have an account or create your free account by clicking on Sign In, which is over here to the right. Once you're signed in, click on Search, and from the pull down options, choose Catalog. Now, this automatically pulls up the place field, and this means we're going to search the catalog by location. We can do this for any place in the whole entire world, but today we're going to focus on Ohio, in particular, Shelby County. If I were looking for probate records in Shelby County, this is what I would do. Let me just note here to you that you can see numerous types of different records, including court records. Now, it should be noted that sometimes in these court records or court minutes, even miscellaneous records, you may find probate and wills in those, depending on the year. So if you haven't found a will or probate record in the normal places, give this a try. All right, so we're going to scroll down here. We're going to choose probate records. And as you can see, we have lots of different options, including wills between the years of 1825 and 1962, which is very recent. Let's click there. Now, it's very tempting to click on this hyperlink here and do a search for your ancestor. Let me show you how that works. You would put in your ancestor's name and then look and see if they appear. Now, the problem with this is that not all these records have been indexed. So where it looks like, oh, well, we didn't find our guy, he's not in there, he may actually be in there. So I do not use this option. Instead, I scroll down because I want to look at the digitized microfilm of each and every will record that I think my ancestor or his relatives would have appeared in. Let's say I was interested in a will between the years of 1869 and 1889. Because this little camera right here has no key above it, that means I'm able to look at these records for free from home. So by clicking here on the camera, I'm taken to digitized microfilm. Now let me just show you a couple things. We have the title of the microfilm here, or at least where it's going to begin, which is going to begin with volume 2, and it's going to have an image of the front cover of the book, and then typically in the front of each volume there will be an index. It begins with the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, and so forth. They are alphabetized by the first letter of the surname. And then after the index, that's when the wills appear and they're handwritten there. Okay, now let's say this one was volume 2, and notice it covers the years of 69 through 77. But this particular microfilm included volume 3. Let's see where that starts. So if you click here on this browse multiple records at a time and you just scroll down, you're going to notice where volume 2 of will book ends and where volume 3 begins. And so sometimes that can be really disconcerting if you're looking at a record, looking through these digitized records, and you don't realize that the second volume on the film is actually down here. And there it is. Volume 3 begins for 1881 to 1889, and that begins on image number 334. So you didn't see that right away. Okay, let's go back to the top here, and I want to open up volume 2 of the records for Shelby County, Ohio. And I could have just done this differently, but I'm going to do it this way. And click on the first image of an index. Here you go. You notice it begins with the A's, the B's, and by clicking here on the right, we can find the C's. Now let's zoom in here and take a look at William Clark. William Clark's probate record, or will, begins on page 181 of this volume. Now we can kind of guesstimate where will this image appear. Well, this is image 6, but it's an indexed page. We want 181. So let's type in image 114 and see where that takes us. That's page 186. So let's go back a few more pages, and here we are at page 180, and if we move over, boom, page 181, William Clark's will. Be it remembered that on the 9th day of November 1874, blah 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 blah, and he mentions the items, names of relatives and heirs, uh, all sorts of different things. Now this is a great record. We definitely want to keep this record if this were our ancestor. So we have a couple different options. We can print it here at the top right, or we can download this. We can put it in our source box, which is like keeping a little shoebox full of records that you can go back to later, or even attach it directly to your family tree. So this was just a quick look at how to find probate records on FamilySearch. Now, as additionally, let me just show you here. Sometimes we have these guardianship records, which I talk about in the article on the blog today. These guardianship records work similarly. I do not typically use this feature. Instead, I scroll down, I look for the guardianship records I'm interested in. We've got bonds and letters as well as dockets, and click on the little camera. If for example, your location that you're searching has a camera with a little key over top, that means you need to go to a local family history center, typically within a building of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, to be able to access that record, and you'll be able to see it from there. So give this a shot. Take a look at those court records and probate records, estate files, and so forth for your ancestors and see what you find today. Good luck. Have a great one. Bye-bye.